Look at these puppies.
I know you can't see them. I know you can see this.
Right? Nice t-shirts, right?
Gina has big boobs and she's trying to sell a shirt on top of it. Our shirts say, no matter what phase you're in, you're always whole. Even if you have small boobies, you're whole too.
You're still whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. And right now we're having a
Yeah, you're not a whole lot. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that, Nikki. We have these lovely shirts that we've worked on. We would love for you to buy some of our merch. This is a limited stock run. We're not doing this again. So if you want to get, some of the sizes are already running out. So sorry about that. But go check and see what we've got left and grab one. We're having a sale.
It's perfect for Halloween. Look at the pretty moon.
Yes, 20% off.
Stop.
If you want to get
Eyes
one, it's your last chance.
So hurry up and grab one at bigmoodstore.com.
Welcome back to Big Mood. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Today we have a very beautiful guest named Stacey, Diaz, and a whatever guest. Just kidding. Whatever host that you're already
not
used
sick
to.
of her already.
But yeah, who else is here? Who's the whatever person?
Nikki.
Gina.
Yay, Nikki's here.
Get out of my house.
Yeah, so
And Tiff.
and me.
Yeah.
I'm not whatever. I'm the host. And the baby.
A baby.
And the little tiny guest host.
Yeah. Give it a little baby mic.
Yeah. Oh my god, how cute. Stop it. I love tiny things.
Just little tiny things.
As you
tiny
get
little mics that they use.
the stethoscope
Love
things
it, I
too.
love
Like
it.
as it gets bigger, the heartbeat just gets in the podcast.
I bought a Doppler recently. They call it like a fetal Doppler, so you can hear the
Aw.
heartbeat. I haven't used it yet, but I'm excited to use it. Anyway,
I saw a comment on you guys' video that I died laughing. Or was it our video? It said, because my boob job and your pregnancy, they're like, wow, Gina's less 100% human and Tiff is now 100% more human.
that was a good one. I read that one too. That was awesome. But anyway, so today we're going to be answering your submissions because you guys submitted a should you break up submission.
Or should you go back to the streets?
Yeah.
To the streets.
Back to the streets or stay in your relationship, try to work it out.
Stay with your person.
Yeah. And we're excited to have Stacey here.
Extra input.
This is my bread and butter, you guys.
I love it.
All my content, I always get questions like this by different women. My DMs are open. It's not guaranteed that I will answer because a lot of times it's, a lot of people. But anyway,
You're so popular.
I
love it.
see.
Just
I'm
kidding.
like, Obama, I'm more popular than him. No, but for real, I do get a lot of the requests are those. So
Yeah,
I'm
and you
excited.
post on your stories like, I like they're thought provoking where it's like, do you think that this is okay? And then it's like,
Oh,
choice. I'm
yeah.
like, how do I pass?
Well, you always pass regardless of what you choose. But my TikTok is all like relationship questions like this. This is like rapid fire. Let's go.
Hells yeah.
Right
I want
now.
to understand so bad, but it's in Spanish.
Then learn,
TikTok.
bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Then learn.
My
I really need
TikToks
to.
are in Espanol. So
That's awesome. I love it.
sorry, everybody.
All right. So our first submission. Would you like to name these people, Stacey, or should Gina continue to take over? Because she names these people.
Wait,
for us.
name them.
Yeah, like
Just like anonymous names?
Anonymous
Oh, no,
name.
you go ahead. You're really good at that. I'll be
Anonymous
Dr.
name.
Phil.
Oh, okay.
Before or after you hear this?
Before.
We'll name this one Aguas.
Aguas. All right. So they write, I truly don't know what to do. I found out in November 2019 that my boyfriend of almost 1 year had been cheating on me. When I found out, he owned up to it. Told his parents, his older respected brother, and completely changed. He started caring about my mental health, talked to me about depression. He doesn't allow us to fight. He calms me down and talks it out with me. He's never put the blame on me or made me feel that something was my fault. He's legit become a great man, but I cannot let go of what he did, or I guess how he hid it so well. But I wasn't perfect either. I was telling my ex-boyfriend of 6 years that I still loved him. I would text him and talk to him every chance I could. A part of me wants to stay and enjoy the man my now fiance is. He proposed this month. But the other part of me just wants to let it go. Mm-hmm. He has a 7-year-old daughter, and I don't even think I want kids. So that's another thing. I love him, and we run our businesses side by side with each other. He's a contractor, and I'm a realtor. We laugh at everything and legit finish each other's sentences. We have this thing called mental text messages because he'll legit say what I'm thinking and vice versa. I just want to let it go. His mistake, my mistake. Every time I vent to him, I tell him I wish he would have gone through this with somebody else and then met me. He's a great man. He's a great man now. I just don't know if I'm going to be the one to enjoy him or if I'm even meant to be.
Yikes.
My
Poor
gut
Alice.
reaction is it broke for you a long time ago. Like, and it sucks because logistically you want to be like logically you're like, oh, on paper, like he's like the perfect guy now. And like, he changed for me and he's there. He supports me. Like, why wouldn't I like this man? But in your heart, it's like you feel something's off. Something's wrong.
It was the hiding it for months.
Yeah.
Like, because that's the thing happened so long ago, but the fact that you had to find out now, whichever way she found out, you've been living a lie this whole time.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks, because what was real and what wasn't.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and also I just feel like, okay, so like, let's say you like this piece of paper and this is your relationship. It's like, okay, then the paper gets crinkled.
Yeah.
And you find this crinkled piece of paper and he's like, oh, no, let me fix it. I'll iron it back out. Look, it's the same paper it was before. But now it's not. You can never get rid of those wrinkles.
Yeah.
Those wrinkles are always going to be there and they change the base of your relationship.
Yeah. There was no base to begin with because it was a lie.
Yeah.
I think also a big part is he has a child and you're straight up just like, I don't even want kids.
That's
so if you
a
can't
huge
accept
part.
that, I don't think this is ever going to work
Maybe
out.
even the cheating part might even be like an excuse for the child thing. Because I don't know, that to me is even way bigger, more important, more serious to consider.
Because that's not something you can just work out ever.
Yeah. The kid's going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to accept your partner wholly. Like the kid is still a part of him. It's what you're marrying into. This kid is going to be your family too. So if you can't accept the whole package, then I don't know. I don't personally think that it's the right fit.
I don't think so either. I think she's over romanticizing him. Whoever it is that who sent this. I think I was. Yeah. I think there's a little bit of a over romanticizing of this man, because it's not like healthy men cheat, right? So if he was cheating, he's probably not that great to begin with.
And if you're so super into him that you're like, he's the best, he's totally changed around, then you wouldn't really feel like texting your ex of 6 years and telling him that you still love him.
Yeah.
Like those feelings just wouldn't come out to like if you really cared about
To me, it sounded the texting her ex part was at the same time he was cheating, but I could have misinterpreted that.
Right. But
Either
I mean, she was
way,
in the
yeah.
relationship already.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship, there's no reason to be texting your ex.
Yeah. So if both people were problematic, it doesn't matter if one or both were problematic. There's a reason like you guys were doing those things. And if you really like genuinely like this was like meant to be, this was for you, and this was you love this person so much, like I just don't think you would even be tempted to do those things.
Yeah.
Seems like you have some unfinished business with your ex too.
Yeah. Or with yourself in therapy.
Yeah, I don't know. My opinions on this are a little conflicted because I kind of relate. Like,
Ooh, what would you do, Tiff?
well, I mean, what have I already done? Because, like, I mean, obviously not the exact same situation. No. Not the same situation. Like,
Newsflash.
Casey didn't cheat on me or anything.
Cancelado.
But, like, we did have a lot of issues that led to trust issues that I felt our relationship was that crinkled up paper. And, you know, like, and then now, like, through therapy and, like, so much growth, so much healing, so much understanding, like we've gotten to a really good place where I feel like the paper is like practically ironed out. There's still some crinkles in there that's like, I don't know if they will ever come out. I hope they do, because it would only make our relationship better. And we're working towards clearing out those crinkles, and that's the goal, and we're in it together to fix it.
Yes.
And so that's the thing that, like, I don't really know what my opinion about this particular situation is, because in her eyes, she's not viewing her relationship the same way I was when I was in a really bad place. Because when I was in like the worst place in our relationship, I never wanted to let it go. Like I saw it as like, fuck, I think I'm gonna have to, because this is just so like, it's gotten so ugly. Like I don't even know if it's repairable, but I want to repair it, and I want to get over it. And I see a good future if we can just get through this together. And from her, the way she's speaking, it just sounds like it's not even possible for her to like.
Well, the difference here is that you're married and she's not.
That's a good point. I mean, you engaged, but not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. And the other huge difference, no one else was brought into this marriage.
Right.
Gracias a Dios. You know,
Yeah.
like you guys are like no other person was ever brought in.
Yeah.
Because I think when you bring a third person into the relationship, that's when everything starts to fall apart, because it's no longer just two people. Every relationship has problems, all of them, you know, and some get a lot more dark than others. But I think the minute you bring somebody else, it's no longer two people. And here, the relationship, they were just boyfriend and girlfriend. And he's
Yeah.
already bringing somebody else. When it gets to real stuff in a marriage, like you guys, imagine what's he gonna do? Run to somebody else?
Yeah.
That's his cop
and
out.
I don't like how she's, one of her reasons for staying is like, oh, we run our businesses side by side.
Yeah.
Okay, then you start adding more things on. That's
She's, like,
gonna make
trying
it
to
harder
convince
to
it. Yeah.
logically break up. Like, let's say it gets really toxic. Like, let's say he cheats again, and it's like this time he doesn't change his behavior. It's like he's just wants to cheat on you, and now you're married, so there's legal separation, like all these proceedings for divorce. You also have the businesses and whatever else you introduce. Maybe you have kids. Maybe sometimes, you know, you think something's going to work out and you make these big life decisions because you think it'll fix it, like, and it doesn't fix it. It just makes it harder to leave each other.
sure.
I think
Yeah.
what you're seeing, what she's seeing, is that this might not be your meant to be. This is probably like, maybe you guys are meant to be like really good friends.
Yeah, and you learn
guys
to
get
get
along.
along each other.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
you
just
guys
meant
get
to be a
along so
lesson.
well.
Yeah. I think when it's boyfriend and girlfriend, it should be as like pink and beautiful as possible, because if you're already seeing problems in this stage, by the time that the marriage hits, it's gonna get worse, right? So this is when you break up over the smallest things. When you're boyfriend and girlfriend, it's like he looked at someone the wrong way, bye. Because this is the time, this is your trial for a serious relationship. When you're married, that's it.
It's your interview process.
Yeah,
You can't
kind of
fuck
like
up.
a relationship is like an interview process where he cheated on me. Bye. At the first time, he was
Right.
messaging other girls. Bye. Why are you staying? He's only your boyfriend.
It comes down to what your
Threshold?
boundaries are, like personal. Because for me,
True.
cheat, you're out. Bye,
Yeah.
gone.
Same.
However, the first year of Steve and I being together, we fought all the time, and like there was a reason we stayed together, which was that each time we fought, we were really good at communicating and finding the solution together. And then we would grow stronger each time. So the next time we fought, it would never be about the same thing. It was always like a new thing that we had to learn about each other and then grow from. And so that, to me, even though that was the hardest year, where it should have been like, usually the first year people are together, it's like the roses, like the pink and blue, right?
Yeah.
But no, for us, it was like the darkest, because we were projecting a lot from other relationships, but also so understanding of each other and able to figure out a communication system that made our relationship super, super strong. So after that first year, it was like nothing could break through.
Yeah, that only happened, like that can only work when both parties are willing to work on it, and
Yeah.
like not until both parties are ready.
And it wasn't too broken. He didn't cheat on me. If he
Yeah.
cheated on me, bye.
Yeah.
No. There's some non-negotiables.
Yeah.
You have to have a few non-negotiables. I don't know what yours are. Some people are okay with cheating. They can get back together after. For me, I can never trust you again. So like, that's just,
Yeah, I say for
my
this girl,
line.
you should break up with him.
yeah.
I think so
Back
too.
to the streets.
Back to the streets, I was.
Sorry,
girl. All right, we're ready for the next one?
Ready.
Okay.
Right,
This one's a guy.
okay, rhino tooth.
Rhino tooth.
Rhino tooth.
Just one.
Rhino toes. I like toes. Rhino,
Rhino
toes.
toes.
Yeah.
Rhino
You know,
toes.
rhinos can't walk backwards.
Really?
Oh.
Their skin is too thick.
Oh.
Wait, how can they go
dogs
forward,
get
not
Indian?
back?
I don't know, but like I learned it in sales class. They were like, you got to develop thick skin, like a rhinoceros. What is
Rhinoceros.
it? His name was Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
Cute. Okay,
Wait,
his
oh my
name
God,
is
yeah.
Rhinoceros. Rhinoceros.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I was like, rhinosaur?
Listen, it was
rhinoceros.
a really deep sales class.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, what is it?
Rhinoceros.
No.
Rhino
His name.
toes.
Rhino toes.
Rhino toes? Okay, Rhino toes writes,
Get those looked at.
hello, big mood girls.
Hi.
I found your channel randomly and really enjoy all of your personalities.
Oh, that's cool.
I like to remain anonymous.
Okay.
Okay, Rhino Toes. I'm a guy, and this is my story with my girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend met in our senior year of high school and began dating then. We are the same age. When I asked her out, she was really nice and fun. We went on a couple of private dates until she decided to introduce me to her family. Everything went south from there. Her parents immediately told her I am not a good guy and that I just want to use women. I was very hurtful because at times they would get into her head and have her insecure or not trust me. I kept pushing and being supportive and proving my intentions to her, and she never felt that way again. Unfortunately, then it got worse. As we grew in our relationship at this point, we were 1.5 years and we had sex multiple times. Once her family discovered that she was still seeing me, they banned her from seeing me again. They took her everywhere she needed to go. They never let her leave the house with her friends, and she only communicated with me through FaceTime in the nighttime. I found this behavior kind of odd since we were both 19 years old and I never seen someone be treated that way. That's when she explained that her family is very religious and that's why they are treating her like this. We're still pushing harder and harder every day, but I still can't see her only by sneaking out, and that is very stressful to the point I don't want to hang out this way anymore. We've been doing the sneaking relationship for the past 2 years and now we're both 21. This is my problem. The family is pushing me away because they think our relationship won't last, but at the same time, I don't feel too happy behaving this way. I don't know how to feel if I should break up with the person and leave them in this situation, or if we should keep fighting until we see each other again. What should we do?
Marry her. He wants to see her? And
Yeah.
he wants, I mean, here it sounds like you guys started really young, right? But I personally think if you're serious about this girl and she obviously has a religious family, and what do her parents want? If you guys had kids and you were really strict, I mean, I'm going to be really strict. What do you want? A good man that's going to take care of your daughter. If you're that for her, step up to the plate. If you're not, then let her go.
They're not going to approve that marriage ever. She has to run off and do it herself and then just possibly deal with not seeing her family again if they cut her off like crazy religious
Yeah,
people
it
do.
depends like
It
how extreme
doesn't
they are.
sound like he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Well,
they made
that's
it
what
seem
I'm,
like he
I'm
was.
confused because I feel like there's a lot of holes here.
I
Like,
think so too.
Why don't they like him?
yeah, like I need to know like what their reasoning is, even if it's wrong. I just want to know like what is making them think that you're a bad guy, like right off the bat, like from a dinner. Is it because you're a different religion? Is it because they didn't like the way you said something? Like I kind of just want to know that missing piece of information, just because that might be able to help you have a better relationship with the family. Because without
Clearing
knowing
up
what they
that.
don't like about you, you can never resolve that. And when it comes to the religion thing, I'm also confused at like what exactly is it? Is it because you're a different religion, or is it because you're the same religion but you aren't operating as orthodox as they would like you to? Like what traditions are you breaking? Like what's the problem? I want to know what
And
the
then also,
problem.
like, do they do this with every guy she's ever had in her life, or is this unique to him? I want to know that too.
I think that's why I said, like, if you want something serious with her, like, just go all the way, right? Because a lot of times, really religious people will marry really young so that they can have the freedom to be in a relationship. So if, let's say, they're both Christian, that's probably what would happen. A lot of people get married really young because of that. So I think you might not be telling us everything.
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
And then I also think like I wouldn't marry just for that reason.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, then you're stuck in this thing. Like
Also,
I
you're
think people
21.
they get married too
So
young.
young.
And there's so much you haven't learned about yourself. And there's so much you probably haven't learned about her, especially if you're not even allowed to like see each other very often. Like she's basically like if you counted the amount of times you spent together, it's a month.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like that when you're that young.
I know.
Right? You're like, I'm in love.
Yeah.
I love
And that's why I'm
her.
like, don't rush into marriage.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then
It's
also, I
clickbait,
feel
but-
like he's getting more and more infatuated with her because he knows
It's
he
being
can't have
denied.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like when you can't have something, you want it more.
Yep.
And then also, I was thinking too. What was your first point just now?
The missing details, like
My brain, pregnancy brain.
what part of
It just-
religion?
it went blank.
Yeah.
But I had a comment on the first thing you said.
Well, he sounds like he has a problem and he needs someone to talk to. And if you want to talk to someone, we have Talkspace.
Oh, there you go.
Yay! As the year ends, another holiday season is upon us. And for many of us, that means travel and family. And for many of us also, family brings some stress that can possibly come up. So 'tis the season to be jolly, but sometimes it just doesn't feel that way, and that's okay. Ease some of the burdens the holidays can bring with Talkspace online therapy.
Talkspace is the #1 online therapy platform. I've actually tried Talkspace before. It's a app that you can go on and talk to a real therapist anytime you want. And I loved it because I can always just dump my feelings out all at once instead of waiting for one appointment a week. I can just message my therapist whenever I want, whether it be text, voice, video, and they check their phones and they message you back 5 days a week. And it feels like it's just always so nice to have someone to talk to.
Yeah, especially around the holidays. 'Cause
Exactly.
sometimes you just feel like, oh my goodness, this is a lot. I need to talk to someone.
Exactly. Talkspace is the #1 online therapy platform. There are thousands of licensed therapists available for you to match with across dozens of specialties, including anxiety, depression, relationships, and more. Talkspace is ready to help you start feeling better with a single message. Talkspace works around your schedule at your convenience with live video sessions and unlimited messages with your dedicated therapist. You can also set goals with your therapist and develop techniques to cope in difficult times like the holidays. Talkspace offers individual therapy, couples therapy, and medication prescription services. So if you need a little support to help you through the end of the year or want to start building towards a better upcoming year, Talkspace is here to help. Match with a licensed therapist when you go to Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month with the promo code MOOD. That's $100 off when you use the code MOOD at Talkspace.com. That's a lot of doll hairs.
That's a lot of doll hairs.
And usually after I talk to my therapist, I have to go poop.
Yeah. Well, you got to let it all out.
Yeah, let it all out.
Let all that toxic waste out.
Exactly.
Yeah, both ends. And when you poop, you should clean your butt real clean with water. And that's where Hello Tushy comes in. Hello Tushy is the modern bidet for people who poop. Just poop, wash, and pat dry. It washes your butt with water for a better clean than toilet paper, and water is less irritating and more soothing for your butthole. It's also very easy to install. It attaches to a toilet in under 10 minutes, and you don't need electricity or plumbing. Using a Hello Tushy also reduces your toilet paper use by 80%, saving you money. It's also eco-friendly and very stylish. Hello Tushy also has a full product line to help your restroom sexy.
So wet, so sexy.
They have the Hello Tushy Ottoman, the sleekest toilet stool designed to help you poop at 100% of the time. It is rated #1 by the Wirecutter. They also have a Hello Tushy brush, and it's the only toilet brush with disposable scrubbing pads, so you can use a clean brush every time. So start washing with a Hello Tushy bidet for a better clean. Go to hellotushy.com/bigmood to get 10% off plus free shipping. This is a special offer for all of our listeners at hellotushy.com/bigmood for 10% off. After you buy and install your Hello Tushy, show it off. Tag us and at Hello Tushy on Instagram so we can see it. Not your butt.
Yeah.
Not your butt. I don't want to see that.
Show me your butt. I mean, don't.
But don't do that. I just want to see the Hello Tushy
Okay, I think I
bidet.
remember what I wanted to say, but I don't know if it was based off of what you said.
Just say it.
But the other
Get it off,
comment that
girl.
I had when I was reading this from Rhino Toes, he also said that he said, I don't know how to feel if I should break up with the person and leave them in this situation. It sounds like he's like trying to rescue her from this too, but he can't do anything about it if it's her family. And the fact that they're latching on so hard to her where she can't even leave her house without them. Like, I'm like, that's her situation to deal with. Like the fact that, like, I really think that he's just infatuated because he can't have her.
Another red flag for me is that he didn't list any reasons why he loves this person or likes this person. Like, it just seems like I dated her, she was fun, and now I'm being restricted. And that's, so we just kept dating. And I don't know why you like this person. Is it a connection worth fighting for? What specifically about this person is something that you can't live without? Because
I think like he doesn't need to go into detail very much. It's
He
just
should
telling
know.
us.
He
So?
doesn't, but it's the fact that he's asking that lets us know that he doesn't see the full worth. Because there's plenty of girls with strict parents who have boyfriends.
Yeah.
And the boyfriends come over and stay there from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. and then they go home and they can't see him until next Sunday from 9 a.m. till 2, you know? And some guys are okay with that. Like, they're like, I love her, so this is what it is until we get married or her parents like me.
especially
trying
when you're
to
so
see-
young.
I'm trying to see it on his end too, because I know of like really, really strict Asian parents too, all the way into like Sean's girlfriend. Her parents were extremely strict, and one day she's like, or her parents were like, okay, yeah, you guys can move in together.
How long were they together?
I don't know. I mean, they've been together for years, but from what I knew, she was like really strict. She wasn't allowed to get a job or anything. So it was very interesting. Some
Well,
Asian
there was
parents
also another example of someone that was dating this girl, and she had super strict parents, and they were dating for years, but unfortunately it was in secrecy because her parents would never accept him because he was of a different religion. I think it was.
I think I know
can't
who you're
remember.
talking about.
Yeah, it was just like something fundamentally different that her parents would never accept him for. And I think at that point, when the parents have such a huge say in the love life of their child, like it's up to that child, like the person in the relationship
They
to
have
say,
to fight.
if I'm gonna honor my parents, I no longer can be in this relationship. Let me stop wasting your time because I'm gonna do what they want. Or on the other end, it's like, hey, like I love you, I choose you, like we'll figure it out with my parents, but I'm picking you. And it seems like this girl, she's already 21 and she's not able to do that for him. So clearly it's just not gonna work.
So do you guys think he should stay or leave?
I think you should go back
leave.
to the streets.
Back to the streets.
I personally think he should
Marry her?
stay and try to see if she's open to pretty much just telling her parents, like, look, man, I'm 21 years old. Like, I can do this. I'm an adult. I can go get my own job if this doesn't work out. Or if she's 21 years old, she can go get a job if she wants to, and she can move out if she wants to also.
She probably doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I don't know, because like I said, like Sean's girlfriend, they were very strict, and they still are together till this day, and the parents finally let up and they're living together now.
Did the parents say we don't like this guy? That he's a bad person?
That's important.
But and then comes my other friend, same thing. Her parents did not like him at all, but then eventually she put her foot down. She's like, look, this is who makes me happy.
See, that's what has to happen.
That's exactly what has to happen.
So maybe he doesn't have to break up with her. Maybe this is the time where they really have to have this talk and be like, look,
I agree.
you need to stand up to your parents because you're an adult now.
Yeah.
And I'm not making you choose between. Is it choosing between?
It's not
It's standing up for
choosing.
yourself.
It is,
Yeah.
but at that point, if I'm the parent, I'm gonna say, when you pay your own bills and you don't live under my house, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And you're not leaving my house until you get married. So you know what I mean? Like,
So-
I know it's probably unpopular, but when you care about your child like that, I feel like
man.
you want the best for them.
I was
Tell
with
me.
you up until you're not leaving my house until you're married.
Oh, yeah,
that
and
one I'm like
That's different for everybody.
yeah.
I don't
That
agree with
sounds-
it, but if
that
they're,
sounds
I think she's
toxic.
saying like if the parents are that restrictive. No, the parents are being toxic.
Yeah,
right now.
absolutely.
They're already, that's established. Like they're very controlling. They want complete control over their daughter's love life. Honestly, like sometimes it's like this in Indian cultures. I've had Indian friends where they like the parents only want them to marry an Indian person. So like it's arranged marriages in that culture. So it just operates differently. It might be that, I don't know, but
Maybe.
But if it's like, if your cultures just aren't lining up and the person doesn't want to fight and stand up and be like, no, this is my man and I don't care what you say, then I would just let it go. You're really young. If you're meant to be, maybe you'll find your way back to each other later. But it sounds like the timing's not right. It's meant to work out.
So maybe
so
not
true.
back in the streets, but have a serious talk.
Put one foot in the street.
One foot in the streets. Yeah.
on the street. One rhino toe in the street.
One rhino toe. A single rhino toe in the streets.
Next one. This is a girl, Gina.
Nikki's breasts.
Nikki's breast.
Yeah.
You're there?
Which one? Right or left?
Both breasts.
Breastises. Nikki's breastises.
Breasty eye.
Nikki's
breast eye.
Breasty eye.
Breasty eye.
so dumb. I love it. Okay. So she says, so we have been together for probably going on 3 years now. We have lived together for about a year. I somehow always find shady things he is saying to females that still live in his hometown that he has known for years. I recently saw messages between him and a coworker with him saying, I miss your lips. And I
Cut it.
No,
Cut that one out.
goodbye.
We're gonna
Goodbye.
hold on. It gets worse, ladies. Wait.
To the streets.
It gets worse. He says, run. He says, I miss your lips and I crave your naked body.
Okay, yeah, to the streets.
Who says
It's like that TikTok.
Why does he flirt like a 6-year-old man trying to flirt with an Asian girl?
TikTok sound that's like run. Like
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah. I saw this and left with my daughter because I needed space.
Good for you.
I don't know if they share this daughter or if it's her daughter. I don't know. When I first approached him about it, he was not apologetic. Oh, that makes my blood boil.
I don't know what is she's gonna say that's gonna save this.
Yeah.
I know.
This sounds real bad.
I'm about to come over and pack your bags for you,
Yes.
dude. What the hell?
Yeah.
3 days went by. 3 days went by. And I went back home. He was very apologetic and begged me not to leave him. He says he just does these kinds of things for attention because he's never been the type of guy that can ever get the girl.
He's lying.
What? And he has the girl.
He's lying.
Nope.
He's lying.
Motherfucker.
But go ahead.
Girl, just stab him.
Yeah. Honestly,
He's a great person.
Nope.
No, he's not.
No,
he's
he's
messaging other women. How is
he's
he
a
great
manipulative person and has
Super.
convinced you that he's a great person.
Yeah,
Go on.
he's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
great man. Anyway,
But right now, I feel like I don't know him.
you don't.
No,
He
you don't.
swears he never cheated physically. He only cheated emotionally,
Narcissist. Yeah.
which
come on.
somehow makes me feel worse.
Because it's so cheating.
I gave him the choice to be free and go find his happiness, but he refused. He says he wants to marry me and I am his forever.
No, because you're rejecting him right now. He only fights for things that he is being rejected by. Mm-hmm. As soon as you accept him back, it's back to another girl for him.
Yeah.
He's just
It's
saying
too
whatever
easy.
you want to hear.
Yeah.
So you don't leave.
He can't be the one that's being broken up with because he is a narcissist.
Oh, yeah. He loves what we have, but he somehow can't fight the need for wanting the attention from other females.
Nope.
I don't know what to do anymore because he is the love of my life.
no, he's not.
He recently started trying to get closer to God, and I do see some changes in him. But will this time finally be the time he changes?
God, this
No.
reminds me of my ex so bad.
This reminds me of the recent one that I outed
Yes,
also. Because now
that-
he's...
and they have the same name.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because he's like all religious now. Like, I found God.
Yeah.
As
No,
if-
they do these outrageous tactics to make you believe that they changed.
Yeah.
But
I
this
think it's
is
the same name as your ex.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Well,
got confused
both
where I was like,
yeah,
how do
yeah.
you know the name of her guy?
Yeah.
Wait, is that all she said?
No. There's
Okay,
more.
continue.
Okay.
I can't do this.
I know.
I know it's making me feel icky.
Yeah. He says he wants us both to get closer to God and wants us both to grow together. Should I stay and keep my faith in the hopes that there will be a new leaf for us, or should I give up on the hopes of him having these positive changes?
Sever emotional ties right now.
Stab him.
I am
Get
not
closer
sure
to God
And
but
stab him.
Yeah,
away
God.
from him.
I am not sure how we can fix the trust that has been broken, and this isn't the first time I have seen shady things on his phone.
I mean,
This is also one of the first times he has ever been very emotional and very afraid to lose me. Also, side note, he doesn't work with that girl anymore.
Don't fall for that one.
So the closer you are to leaving, the sweeter
Yep.
and more emotional
More
they
emotional,
are.
the more speeches they'll
Yeah,
give.
like he's like going to church now.
Oh,
He's
I'll show
doing
those actions
community
for
service.
maybe a month.
I saw
maybe.
this TikTok where this girl says, my mother knew what was going on the moment he bought her flowers for the first time.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What is
Yeah,
it?
like the guy would never bring her flowers, the mom, and then all of a sudden, like he brought a bouquet of flowers, and the mom was like, "Oh shit, like something's happening."
Yeah.
To her,
To the mom.
To the mom.
To the
dad.
husband.
Yeah, the husband suddenly bought flowers for
the wife.
the wife for the first time ever.
What happened? What did he do?
Yeah, like
so-
he feels guilty.
And she said that's when I knew he was cheating on me.
Yep.
Yeah.
My ex would buy me gifts too. Right after I would find things.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I want you to maybe look into, and I'm not saying this is you, but maybe just look into it and see if it rings true. Look up codependency and narcissism because they attract each other. So it sounds like you might be a little codependent, and it sounds like your boyfriend is a narcissist. And the quicker you can learn about these two personalities mixing with each other, you can break away from it and you can break your pattern.
Yeah, and also if he's not a narcissist, he's a cheater.
Yeah.
And
that's
manipulator.
enough. Yeah,
And
that's-
manipulative.
That's
Yeah.
enough to leave
No,
him.
baby, no, I love you. I just can't help this part of me that needs attention from other girls because
Yeah.
I've never been the guy that gets the girl. Bitch,
Little
you're with
bitch.
me. Bitch, you got the girl.
Yeah.
Like, what other girl you didn't get?
Yeah.
Like, what didn't you get?
That's just
Yeah.
victimizing himself. Like, I
Yeah,
just,
no,
yeah.
it's not me. It's not you. And it's not me. It's my own. It's this disease I
Yeah.
have that makes me need attention from girls.
Yeah, and that's
Help
never gonna
it.
go away.
Ugh,
and
I'm
if you
so
marry
grossed out.
him, he knows that as long as he tells you that story, you'll stay. And
But
then
now
you're
I'm going to
married getting cheated
God.
on.
I'm a changed man. And you could come with me. You'll see.
Oh,
yeah.
Run.
Yeah.
yeah.
Run.
Get the fuck out
Back
of
to
there.
the streets,
Run
girlfriend.
to the streets. Stab
Yeah.
him on
Run
the
to the
stab him
streets.
on the way.
And
But-
it's
boo-bye.
It's hard because you want to believe that they're different.
You want to believe them because you as a person would never make these promises and not
Yeah.
mean it.
yeah.
And so you want to believe that everyone else operates the way that you do, but
Exactly.
they don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
People like this do not mean what they say in the
a
same way
hard
you would
reality.
mean it.
Yeah.
It's a heartbreaking reality.
Yep.
Yeah, it really, really sucks.
Sorry,
It does.
Nikki's breasty eye. But it's
Nikki's crusty eye. That's what I thought you said.
but this is not a good situation. You need to
All
leave.
of us felt
No,
physically
run.
ill hearing
Yeah.
that.
Yes. Also, for any of you who have a partner that gets caught with something and they immediately they don't fess up to it. If anything, they deny it, or if they get angry at you for finding out,
Yeah.
fucking run.
Yes.
Because that is an uphill battle that is not even fucking worth it. It's not worth that, like, fighting that ego and fighting that fucking, it's just,
Or if you get a real fun time is when they are a comedian and they are like, no, it was a joke. Are you serious?
Oh,
and they
God.
love to gaslight and be
Yeah.
like, you didn't get that was a joke? Come on. Like, it's just me fucking around with my friend. Like, of course I'm not going to want her nudes. Oh my God, that's so crazy of
Yeah.
you. You're so crazy. Aren't you crazy?
my
Your
God.
judgment's off. You have terrible judgment. And then you start thinking that you have terrible judgment.
just run.
Yeah. And first of all, he didn't even beg you to come back and you came back.
Yeah.
He
didn't
already
go to you.
knows.
He wasn't
Yeah.
apologetic till you were leaving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, girl. That
I
must
hate this
hurt.
guy.
Ugh, damn,
Oh, I
I
hate
feel so bad because
Yeah.
that's hurtful.
It is hurtful, but
I want
honestly,
to burn
let
a
it
voodoo
hurt.
doll of
and-
him.
Yeah,
Right?
let it hurt and grow from
Yeah,
it.
let it hurt. A lot of things hurt.
Run him over.
Yeah. I mean, not yet to that, but what Stacey just said.
Run him over in your mind.
This
Yeah.
is for entertainment purposes only. Don't listen to Gina.
I was thinking about that too.
We're
That's like
not
legal
held
disclaimer.
responsible for your actions
Metaphorically run him over
in your mind.
with your metaphorical car.
It's a joke, okay? You guys know what a joke is. It's a joke. Come on.
You have bad judgment if you don't think this is a joke.
Yeah, terrible
It's a
judgment.
joke.
Okay, next one. Female.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Tiffany's uterus.
Ooh,
Oh, my
there's
uterus.
a baby in there.
Yeah.
They're hosting a baby right now. Okay.
Can we call her the Ute?
The Ute.
Yeah.
Okay, the Ute says, "Hi, I've been loving your episodes. Please keep me anonymous. Haha.
Yay.
But I've been dating this guy for 4 years and I still don't feel certain about the relationship. I know part of it is my own anxiety and overthinking that's holding me back. But sometimes there are things that make me feel like he's not right for me. Like, for example, one time he got mad that I got a bit too drunk while we were out with our friends. And his reason was because he had to take care of me and so he couldn't hang out with his friends like he had planned. Or when I was really upset at work after being scolded by a senior and all he said was, "I just don't see why you're so upset," and completely shut me down, even though I was crying. He just ignored me. But when we hang out, it's still so much fun and I still love him a lot. It's just that when there are hard times, I feel like he can't be there for me, like I need him to be. Anyway, sorry for the ramble and thanks in advance. Looking forward to the new episode.
Okay, so I have something to say about this because I've been through this before.
Let us hear it.
I couldn't put my finger on it in my previous relationship as to, like, we have such a great time, but when it came down to like conflicts or something wrong with me, he didn't know how to comfort me or anything. He just kind of sit there like, "What's your problem?" Or like, "Can you not?" You know? And then it came to realize that this person clearly cares about you.
Yeah.
Like, you know that you love each other and he cares about you and all that stuff. But the thing is, he cannot take care of you. And that is
Yes.
such a huge
agree.
part in a relationship
I agree.
because
Yeah.
what happens when you're like, he can always be like, yeah, you know, like, "I love you. You're so cool. We have so much fun. I care so much about you. If you died, I'd be so sad." But can he actually take care of you?
Yeah.
Can he take care of you if you're old and gray and you can't move anymore? Is he going to be there and be like, "I don't know why you need a diaper?" You
Or
know,
if
like,
you get sick, will he leave you immediately?
exactly. If you die, can he take care of your kids? So it really comes down to, can you be with someone who cannot take care of you? There's a huge difference.
Well, also, I'd like to add to that. So when you said he got upset at me because I got too drunk and he couldn't hang out with his friends, I would be upset if my boyfriend got too drunk and I couldn't enjoy the night because I had to take care of him. So, for example, could I live the rest of my life with with my fiance? And if he, let's say, cancelado, but if he got sick, would I take care of him? Absolutely, yes. But if we have a plan to go out and we're both responsible to not have too many drinks, I expect you to hold your own in that scenario, because you then ruined my night because I had to babysit you. That's no longer.
So that's a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's okay for him to have that boundary to say, hey, don't get too drunk because
Yeah.
I want to have fun too. He's not your dad.
Yeah.
It's. I think it's in the way that maybe, because I agree with you, maybe he needs to communicate that better. Like that's a boundary for him.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I agree. I think the difference is like on the second one where you're like venting to him and he's like
Invalidating your feelings.
like deal
Yes.
with your own shit. That's probably where like the red flag starts to pop up. But if everything else in the relationship is really amazing and everything's wonderful and things are great and you get along great, I think that could be fixed with therapy.
Yeah.
Like he can learn about his own emotions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And even strengthening communication, like what your needs are. Like your needs clearly in the situation where she was hurt by the senior was to have someone just to support her. Like she was hurt because of this event that happened and she needed to get it out and just needed someone to listen to her. And that need didn't get met. Instead, she was met with someone invalidating her feelings.
Yeah.
So she needs to communicate that like she has these needs that like, you know, sometimes I just need to be comforted after this thing happens. I want my partner to like hug me and tell me that, you know, it's going to be okay or whatever. Sometimes guys need to fix things.
Yeah.
And if they can't fix, they just get angry at it.
Yeah.
Like my dad used to be like that, where like I would be crying about something and he couldn't fix it. So he'd just get mad at me for it. Like he'd just get mad at me for crying about it. And it's their own not being able to work it out or understand that you just need empathy. You don't need
someone to
a
listen.
solution right now to it. But we have some really good sponsors that that might help your situation out.
Yeah, like for example, finding the perfect bra.
There's some support that you need.
There's the support. Exactly.
There you go.
And that's where Third Love comes in. Third Love creates high quality underwear, sleep, and loungewear, delivering life-changing comfort your body loves being in. And my body definitely loves being in Third Love. Actually though, because of this pregnancy, I've kind of outgrown my bra, but it's still supporting me really well. But I do need to get new bras.
Well, they have a quiz that helps you find your
Exactly.
exact perfect size, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And so you'll find the exactly perfect fit. So like for me, for example, my boobs were perfectly fit with Third Love previous to pregnancy, but then now that they've gotten bigger,
You got giant mommy milkers, is what you're saying?
I need to like size up because they're definitely like spilling out. But even though they're spilling out and this is not a proper fit anymore for my body, it's still really comfortable and it doesn't like the straps don't dig into my shoulder. Even the fact that like they're kind of spilling out a bit, the cups aren't digging into my skin and the band isn't digging in, so it's not creating that like back
Fat situation.
back roll. Yeah, so I'm still so in love with Third Love and I'm definitely going to be purchasing a bigger size now. You can get the level of fit and comfort you deserve with Third Love bras, underwear, and loungewear. Find your new favorite everyday essentials from loungewear to the #1 rated 24/7 classic t-shirt bra, which I'm actually wearing right now, but I'm not going to show you. The simple quiz factors in size, breast shape, current fit issues, and your personal style to find the perfect bras and underwear for you. No more awkward dressing room moments. Take the fitting room quiz from the comfort of your home. Third Love knows you deserve to feel comfortable and confident 24/7. So right now they're offering our listeners 20% off your first order. Go to thirdlove.com/bigmood now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 20% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/bigmood for 20% off today.
And if you want long, lush, natural hair, check out Nutrafol as a hair growth supplement. This is a brand new sponsor to the show. Welcome them. They support healthy hair growth from within by targeting the 5 root causes of thinning, which are stress, hormones, environment, nutrition, and metabolism. So Nutrafol is a physician-formulated product that is 100% drug-free. They use medical-grade botanicals in consistently effective dosages so that you get the most reliable results. And thousands of women have taken back control of their hair with Nutrafol, with many users raving that the supplement not only transformed their hair, but restored their confidence too. Hair is a really big self-esteem factor, I feel like.
sure.
You know, like once you start, losing it or thinning it, or it's not what you're used to, you start feeling like you're losing part of you. So I
Exactly.
totally understand this, how that could restore confidence. Nutrafol offers 2 targeted formulas for women that are clinically shown to improve hair growth and thickness with less shedding throughout all stages of life, and you'll begin to experience results in 3 to 6 months. You can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and entering promo code BIGMOOD to save $15 off your first month's subscription. This is their best offer anywhere, okay? And it's only available to U.S. customers for a limited time, plus free shipping on every order. That's $15 off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code BIGMOOD.
For big hair.
You could go like that.
Hey, there you go.
All right, the Ute. So this is the first one that we've read so far that I'm not completely sold on sending you back to the streets. I think that communication is just a factor here that you guys could use and benefit from.
Yeah, and it sounds like she has a little bit of relationship anxiety. Where she's been in this relationship and she's unsure if she should stay or not. I think that could also be worked out.
Yeah,
in
she's
therapy.
also aware of that too.
Yeah. So, I mean, the fact that you know that you suffer from this and your first instinct is to always to just leave, that already tells you that it might not be the relationship, because the thing about relationship anxiety is that it follows you to every relationship you go to.
Can't run away from it.
Every relationship has problems, all the ones we're in, and it doesn't sound like anything unhealthy is going on here. If you need more love, support, and pampering when you're going through tough times, you can easily communicate that and give him the opportunity to be there for you when you need those things. Yeah, this one's not raising any red flags for me.
Let him know how to love you.
Yeah.
And have him do the same back.
Yeah.
And then you guys can respect each other's needs and boundaries.
And he has to be responding to it though.
Yeah.
Because I've been through that same thing
Respecting
too,
it.
where I was having a breakdown and he got mad at me because he didn't understand how to, what do I do? Is it me or what the fuck? And it just starts like getting angry. And then I realized that I had to communicate and be like, yo, I need you to hold me right now. And then later on we talked about it. He's like, thank you for teaching me, because I don't know these things, because guys are not taught to.
There's no manuals for relationships.
And every girl's different. Some girls need their space. Some girls like to be like held, you know.
Some girls don't even know what they want.
Yeah.
They have to learn too.
Same thing with oral sex.
So if you talk about it and there is actual action and effort, then I think you'll be okay. But if you talked about this over and over again and nothing's happening, then maybe take a peek out in the streets in the window.
Peek out the window.
Peek out the window.
How
look
the
at
streets look.
Yeah.
All right, the Ute. Good
All
luck.
right.
Good luck to you.
Good
Thank
luck.
Good luck to Ute.
To you. Okay, Gina, next one. It's a female.
Stacey's huge rock.
Stacey's huge rock.
Yeah.
All right.
You shiny.
Super shiny, super beautiful.
I'm gonna like
Love
you.
it.
I don't know how you're not constantly like, I know.
I
Do
don't
you
want to show
sometimes
off.
in the sun just like look at it?
I look at it all the time when I'm working on the computer editing, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I love it. I text Danny all the time. I'm like, I love you so much. I love Miss Ray.
That's so cute.
I love that.
Okay, so they write, hello, I just wanted to quickly say I love your podcast so much and it has
thank
helped me
you.
in so many ways. I'd like to stay anonymous, please. I've been with my boyfriend for a little over 2 years now, and I'd say this is the first serious relationship where I felt it has been the most healthy / genuine.
Yay.
He always makes time for me. He gets along with my family and his love shows. Wait, what? And his love shows.
His love
and
shows.
his love shows.
He loves The Bachelor.
All of his love shows.
Loves it. He shares all
Sorry.
Love Island.
Stacey's huge fan. She's
Love
trying.
it, okay? I have an excuse. I have a reason. All my blood is going to my uterus, okay? All right, so she says, it's always a good time when we're together, but the only thing that makes it difficult is his anger.
Oh no.
I realize that when we have a disagreement, he always says he doesn't care and tells me to leave. It truly hurts me when I hear him say these words so easily. If any one of my friends or sisters were in my situation, I'd definitely tell them to leave. I've always been transparent in letting him know that I never wanted to waste any of our times, and if either of us ever fell out of love, we'd let the other know ASAP. I'm not sure if I'm just in my head because we recently got into an argument or if I am truly fed up. Thoughts?
Well, you're definitely heated from just being out of an argument. So, but that's not mutually exclusive. Like you can still be having these feelings regardless. But he definitely needs to go to therapy.
Well, and also, I think anger issues don't excuse shitty behavior.
Exactly.
Because there's a certain set of rules in every relationship. Everyone's different, but there's certain things you don't say regardless of how mad you are. For example, in my relationship, breaking up, you don't say that unless you mean it. Leaving, you don't say that unless you mean it, right? Bad words, like directly, like I have never been called a bitch. I have never called them out of his name, because those things are like bombs to the relationship. And every time you do those, it gets a little bit closer to the end.
Yep.
And a relationship is not, he's so great, but a relationship is, he's great and he's also really loving. Even when we're upset, we understand each other, or we try our best.
I think for someone like me, because I learned through therapy, I'm working on myself. Thank you. I'm poor now. I learned that I have abandonment issues. So if my significant other is constantly saying get out, it's just like, you're not building a safe space for me. You're not my home. You're not making me feel secure. So he needs to work on that. And from what I've learned, it's because people like that never learned proper conflict resolution. So they would rather just get rid of the problem. And it's their trump card. It's just like, all right, get out, you know? And that is very counterproductive. It doesn't help at all. It's very
Extremely
damaging.
Because the problem here is your feelings, and you can't get rid of those. Even if they remove you out of the situation, you still need to deal with that.
Exactly. Yeah. And then it just makes the other person feel like something you can just toss out. Like you just take me,
like they're not allowed to have a bad day or a disagreement with you or anything, or else they can be discarded.
The relationship is hanging by a thread. I know, man, that's some really tough shit, because this is similar to what I've been through. And it completely deteriorates the trust in the relationship. Like you feel like you build something, and then next thing you know, like they'll throw some shit out and it's like, oh shit, we're actually back down to square one or -1 again. Like we can't build, because then immediately you'll just get thrown out the window.
Exactly.
It's really disheartening, and it's really hard to build anything with that. And especially the anger issue part, like 1000%, he needs to go to therapy, or else this is never going to get fixed.
Yeah. And I think it's a difference, like the person earlier who said, you know, what did she say? That he kind of dismisses her a little bit. This sounds different. Like anger issues and getting rid of her is different than, I don't know how to help you with your problems. Like if a partner's like, I don't know what to do with your feelings, rather than you need to get out because I'm done dealing with this. You know, like the earlier person, I was like, you know, he could work it out with therapy. This person, anger issues could also be worked out with therapy. The only thing is, if you stay while he's working on those, he knows he can always do those things to you, and you'll stay.
You're setting a precedent.
So the difference is, if you were to break up with him and he works on that, and then he comes looking for you, he knows you won't tolerate that. If you stay with him through this process of healing, he knows he can always do this to you and revert back to his old ways, and you'll continue to stay. And that's where that kind of gets tough.
That's so true. Yeah, it should feel like your partner, you guys are on the same team attacking the disagreement or the issue together, and you both want a resolution, not like, oh, this is your issue because I disagree with it, so you need to go. You need to get out. I'm like, it's just not healthy at all.
And you deserve somebody who wants to hear you out, and somebody that's willing to sit through the discomfort of an argument, because nobody likes to argue, especially with your partner. It's uncomfortable, and you just want to get over it so you can go back to loving each other. But you deserve to have somebody tell you, this is so uncomfortable and I don't know how to work it out, but I'm going to stay here. Or if we need a break, let's take a break, but I'll be here for you.
Yeah, because otherwise he can be a great guy. He could treat you right, like all this stuff. Like he makes time for you, all the good things that you said, but he's a fair weather friend. He's only there for the good times. He's not there for if anything goes bad. And what do you do? You just pretend things are always good all the time, shiny, so you can keep him? Or
it goes the other way too. Like you can't be the person, like you can't also be like, you know what, I don't want to deal with this, I'm leaving. You can't constantly just like leave or tell someone to leave all the time too. There's no safety and security there.
Exactly.
I think a relationship needs grit. Right? Like a relationship built itself on hard times, but not harmful times. Like never at the expense of
Print
each
that on a
other's.
shirt, everyone.
Huh, that should be my next shirt.
That is really good.
No,
but in English version too.
Please. Oh my God, please.
Well, it sounded really good in English. I don't really say a lot of good things in English a lot of the time. I'm like,
found this one, girl.
My merch company, please write that down. No, but for real, I think there's I always keep at the forward of my mind Danny's feelings. Well, first my feelings and then his. It's never, I want to be so comfortable that I don't care what happens to you. Because then you love that person. And when somebody truly loves you, they won't do those things.
Exactly. They want to protect you. They want to help you. You're caring for each other.
Well, I feel like if someone truly loves you and is mature and like is like able to like handle that, because I feel like there could be love, but you're just not maturely there yet to even handle those situations.
Yeah.
And then that's where therapy comes in, and you can really grow and get to that point, because like I said, like I relate to this shit. So like now with so much therapy and so much growth and better communication, like I can tell you all along Casey's loved me, but he just wasn't equipped with the right tools to handle these situations properly. So he'll revert to his immature ways, which would be anger or dismissing me or whatever it was. And that I just feel like comes from a place of immaturity versus not loving me. You know?
Right.
Yeah, I agree. The only thing, the difference here, I would say, and again, you're married, this person's not. So like I said earlier, if you're not married, you have an opportunity to go find somebody who's healthy. And not that these people are not healthy, but they do have a lot of work to go
progress.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you make the decision to marry someone, it's for better or for worse, for sickness and in health. And when you're not married, you get the opportunity to find the best person that you're gonna have to do the least amount of work with, right? So here in this situation, if there's no kids, if there's no marriage, I don't necessarily see the point of grinding this out. Like I said earlier, you guys can go your separate ways. He can go to therapy, and then if he still wants to be with you and hold that space for you, go ahead. But grinding that out with someone, you know how hard it is.
Fuck yeah,
because you went through it, right?
And we had a kid, and we were practically married without the legal, because we lived together ever since 6 months being together. So we definitely were in a completely different situation than this.
Yeah. So that's the only difference. Like grinding those years out, like if you have no kids and you're not married, you have no reason to, you know, it hurts, but I think the lack of, that's where your self-love has to kick in and say, I love you, but I love me more, and I don't deserve to be treated this way.
Right.
So the difference is like the love has to come from within yourself to say, even though I love you and I want to be with you, I'll wait for you. And if I'm available, then come look for me. But I'm not going to be disrespected this way.
It's valuing yourself.
Yeah.
And putting yourself
absolutely.
through that. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. For everybody that's submitted, I think that you should divine. You should decide on some clear non-negotiables.
Yeah. Write those down.
Because a lot
That
of people
helps.
don't know where their boundaries are, so it's hard for them to explain to their partner where they are.
true.
Yeah. And then you have to stick to your boundaries.
Yeah,
too, which is the
exactly.
hard part, but you got to do it.
Reinforcing.
Yes, that's the super hard
Or
part.
enforcing.
Yeah.
You're letting people know how to treat you.
Yep.
I heard a quote recently. It was like, if somebody ever disrespects you, ask them like, do you think that everyone treats me this way? Do you think I allow everyone to treat me this way, or do you think that, or do you want me to just make an exception for you? You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, okay, that really resonated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you special?
Yeah. So thank you everyone for submitting.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hope we were able to give you
Stacey's
some
big
insight.
rock, the U.
Huge rock, the youth, the rhino
Nikki's
pose,
or something.
Nikki's booby eyes. Or what was it?
breasty eye.
That one.
Yeah.
So
It's a plural for breasts.
Aguas.
Yeah. Everyone, thank you so much for submitting. You guys that are watching, make sure to submit your own.
Oh yeah, if you want to submit
situations.
to us, follow us on Instagram at Big Mood Girls. That's where we collect submissions, and also we request all sorts of stuff. So excuse you, I'm busy. It's one of you right now, I know, messaging me, and just hold off to the next episode. Also check out Stacey on Instagram, on YouTube. She got Apodaca Jewels, all kinds of stuff. She just got engaged. Go watch her videos on that, and subscribe and
Make
check
sure
out
to
our sponsors.
check out our sponsors. That's the best way you can show your support for the show.
Buy something.
Please
Bye.
make sure you check out the description. There's all the links, all the codes, and 5 stars. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
We love you. Bye. That was cute.